Welcome, ladies and gentlemen, to the Hawks Nest yet again, John. And tell you what, we thought we had a good one last time with Bluefield. They got even better this time. They sweetened up the pot for us here at the Hawks Nest. Number 2 versus number tied with identical 15-4 records. The Wyoming East Warriors looking for their first loss outside of Woodrow Wilson and also Oak Hill. There, and as they've lost 15-4, 2 losses to each team there. And they got a tough one here on the night, taking on the Twin Towers and Dave Ward and Justin Harmon. And, of course, this packed capacity crowd here of all these Scott faithful here, they're going to make it as difficult as possible for these Warriors, aren't they, John?
Oh, absolutely. It's going to get loud in here, Tony. You know, we were talking with some people before, and Kingery asked these boys if they wanted to have us at the Madison Civic Center, you know, which holds a little more people than here. The boys turned him down, Tony. They said they wanted this type of rowdy atmosphere, you know, with this. I mean, we got people sitting in the aisles and everything, you know. Hopefully the fire marshal's not here. So, well, you know, you just keep packing it in because, I mean, we got a top 5 AA matchup. Second one this week, Tony.
Yeah, we were talking there before the broadcast. We've gotten 4 of the top 5 AA schools this week, minus Shady Spring, I think, or Shady Side.
Yeah, Shady Spring.
Shady Spring,
right.
Okay. And then, but then next we've got the number 6 team in Polka.
That's right.
So, you know, it's been
a great player, the Cuffy kid.
Yeah, he's between him and Khalif Wright, who you saw up at the Civic Center the other night on our broadcast. If not, he is on there versus Tug Valley. Another awesome game that you should check out if you're into AA basketball.
Yep.
But yeah, just the Cuffy kid is the real deal for Polka. But, you know, Scott, that's the last thing on their mind because, you know, like I said, other than Oak Hill and Woodrow Wilson, I mean, they're favored, you know, by many to win both the AA and AAA crown. That's not too bad 4 losses to have. You know, so Coach Kingery's got his work cut out for him tonight.
That's right. You know, and Scott lost one here, not here Tuesday. Actually, this past week they went down to Point Pleasant and they lost by 4. Other than that, you know, his losses are about the same way. You know, they've all become, you know, from either out-of-state teams or, you know, contenders. So neither one of these schools don't seem like they shy away from anybody, Tony.
No, and we're going to look at Wyoming East. You know, they're rightfully so number 2. You know, we haven't got to see them play yet this year, so we don't know how athleticism-wise how they are. But I can tell you one thing, they got some height. I was looking at their roster, and we were talking about that as well. They got 2 boys under 6 foot, and they're both starting, and everybody off the bench is at least 6'1" or higher. Not one of them is a senior. So they got not only going to be loaded this year, it looks like they got some years to come ahead of them here, too, absolutely. As always. They've always been a powerhouse.
Yeah, they have, Tony. When I was in school, Wyoming East was more of a football school. But, you know, they've geared more towards basketball. And don't think Jason Kingery hadn't forgot when his Scott Skyhawks made their first state tournament appearance 66 years. This Wyoming East team drubbed them, Tony. So you bet that's weighing in the back of his mind as he's got him down here in the Hawks Nest tonight.
Yeah, I saw that game, and it was not pretty for the Skyhawks. You know, that was more of the only thing they could take out of that was a moral victory of making the state tournament. You know, but I know that was not the showing they wanted to have up there, and we know Kingery has a very good memory.
That's right.
And like you just said, he does not forget about it. He hasn't told us, but I guarantee you that's still sitting in the back of his head there a little bit, or maybe in the front of his head. Who knows? He may have been walking around with that chip on his shoulder for the last 2-3 years. So, but we'll go over here and go over our starters real quick before we get come here to the opening tip-off. First, I'll go over the visiting Wyoming East Warriors. Again, 5'11" guards, a senior, Chase Morgan, number 32. And then also number 14, a junior. Also, again, at 5'11", Luke Campbell. And then a 6-foot junior, 22, Travis McKinney. And then also, they got 2 other big guys. Probably the studs they're going to go to. We'll look to see a lot of these names a lot. Number 24, Alex Webb, at guard-forward combo at 6'5". So what that means to me is he can not only shoot the ball down low, he can also shoot the ball with some range and probably put it on the floor if he needs to and get to the rack. And then down low, they got the big guy, 6'4", Andrew Bishop, a senior. So even though Alex Webb's 1 inch taller, they got him out there on the perimeter, have Bishop down low. So expect to see Alex Webb be a mismatch, or maybe with Dave, maybe not necessarily against Dave Ward, but it's going to definitely be at least a great matchup.
Oh, yeah, absolutely. We'll go ahead and run over the Hawks here. They're going to look about the same that they have all year. Number 14, the junior, Jesse Belcher. He goes 5'7". He'll be bringing the ball down the floor. We've talked about what a general he is, Tony, at the point guard position. Expect big play out of him tonight. The rest of them will go like this. Number 20, Matthew Dolan. He's a 5'9" sophomore. number 30, Marshall Tully, the defensive standout for the Skyhawk team. He's 6'2", he's a senior. Then, like you just alluded to, the two Twin Towers, number 23, Dave Ward, he goes 6'6". Number 45, Justin Harmon, he's 6'7". Both of them are seniors. Like you said, they've led Coach Kinger to a 15-4 overall record, number 5 ranking in AA. So we're set. Good contest tonight, Tony.
I'm excited. I know everybody in here, from the way this place is packed, there's got to be something exciting going on. This Hawks Nest wouldn't bring 800 people, and people don't come in to endure this heat that's in here, because Kinger's got this place cranked up to about 120.
That's right.
You sweat on impact. But we're going to be right back here with the opening tip-off. Again, Tony Lane with John Foster here to my right. And as you see above our head, wvsportsnet.com.
Your sports voice of the Valley.